decide how shallow and deep copies are made when you write a custom object. But we'll get to that when we get to object-oriented programming. I'm not going to cover that now. So suppose we have a custom class as follows. For the deep copies, I just want to show you an example. So we have a custom class, and we create an init method that takes in a single argument, that's some object A, which may be mutable, may be immutable, and it just assigns it to a property. So now the question is, can we still do a deep copy of this object, right? So here we have X list 1020. So this is a mutable sequence. So here we have X in memory. It's at some memory address, and X is just a pointer to that memory address. Next, we create an instance of my class, and we pass it X. So now we have this object in memory, obj, right? We have this object of F100, let's say, and it has a property, A. And the property A currently is pointing to X, right? That's what we passed in. So X is object.A, right? That would evaluate to true. Next, we do a shallow copy. So we use the copy method from the copy module, and we create this new object called cpShallow. So cpShallow is out here. It's got some new memory address, and of course, it has also a property A. This was a shallow copy. Which object in memory is it pointing to? The same original X, because this was a shallow copy. The copy method did not make a copy of A here. It just made a copy of the object. So cpShallow.A is object.A. It's the same thing, and it's the same as X. It's also, X. On the other hand, let's call DeepCopy on that object, and let's see what happens. So first of all, we get a new object being created called cpDeep. That's what we assigned it to the symbol. It's at some other memory address, and it also has a property A. But what is A pointing to? Is it pointing to X? And the answer is no. There was a copy made of X as well, because this was a deep copy. So the deep copy function was able to reach into here and say, I need to make a copy of this A as well. So it makes the copy of A, and it makes a deep copy of A. It doesn't make a shallow copy of A. It makes this recursive kind of copy. So it makes a deep copy of A, and now A here points to this new object. Now, if these new objects were containing, other mutable objects and so on, you'd find that that's getting copied down the chain as well. So that's the difference between shallow copies and deep copies.